It's been a while since I recorded a short episode, so that's what I try to do today.
Gorgeous, baby! You're gorgeous!
This is the Josh Podcast Show, the anti-podcast podcast on God and man. The show that everybody's talking about. The show that will become a necessary part of your weekly mental diet. The show that picks up where JoshRolfe.com leaves off. The show title that uses the word podcast 4 times. Introducing your host, Josh Rolfe.
That is me. Thank you, Ron, for that great introduction that I wrote and you read from a script. You have been warned. This is a short episode. I haven't recorded a short episode since, when has it been? I'm going to have to go into iTunes here, or the podcast app on my phone, to see when it last was. So if you go back through the episodes, okay, so average time of an average episode seems to fall somewhere between 10, here's some 9 minutes, there's some 16. I was going to say between 10 and 15. Between 9 and 16. That would be very anti-podcast to say. Well, here's some 20s, 21 minutes. The problem with this that was a great episode. I did an episode 56. It was 3 minutes long. It's called The Problem with This Podcast. That was the last short one. And look at that. Exactly 1 year ago. Something about this time of year. This one's going to be short because I have no other plans than calling this the filler episode. That's what it is. It's a filler. That was a good episode. I like that one. 6-minute episode, the thank you note loop. If you haven't listened to that, it's a 3-part series, and I should do a part 4, but I totally forgot about it. Completely forgot about the thank you note loop series because that was part 1 of many, part 2 of many, part 3 of many, and then I just forgot about it. So I'm going to have to dust that one off. Check that out. Episode 49 was the last. I'm not going to scroll back anymore. I do remember the number episode of the shortest episode. And this just still cracks me up. I know I did it. I did it to be funny. And I'm just going to admit it cracks me up that I have a 1 hour and 14-minute episode here, a 35-minute episode, a 10-minute episode. And then all of a sudden you see episode 13 that runs for 1 second. It's once reading the title of that episode takes you about 15 times longer than listening to the entire episode. The description of the episode's even longer. Oh my gosh, it cracks me up. Anyway, I like to remind you every now and then of previous episodes that you can check out. I have done one of these before. I called it the infomercial, where I basically highlighted previous episodes of this show so they won't be forgotten. And that's what makes this the filler episode. Every show on TV, even movies, the mega big hit series on TV, they even have filler content. Gilmore Girls, I don't know if you watched that. I did. They had this theater production in there on episode 4. I think it was like 6 or 7 episodes. It was just this film theater, local community theater, and they ran the entire skit, and it totally felt like filler. This episode right now, episode 84, is filler. This is filler content. This is my filler content on this anti-podcast Podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Josh Podcast Show, the anti-podcast podcast on God and man. For more information, visit joshpodcast.com. Follow Josh on Twitter at Josh Rolfe. That's Rolfe, R-O-L-P as in podcast, H. Now go and have the best day and night ever. And have fun.